Hey guys, um, testing. Alright, just seeing if this thing works. So, I know things have been quite hectic around here with the first video just not having sound and having music all over it, and on the short little 1-minute one. So I figured I'd make it like a 5-minute video or 10-minute video right now, just to recap what is going on. So, first things first, about the previous YouTube channel, Nathaniel Baker. It was taken down by the school. Let's see, because I'm under 18 and it does not allow me to upload or anything on YouTube on my school account. But I'll be able to do things on here, and I'll talk about future plans pretty soon here. So first things first, I am able to download all the previous videos and anything I had going on the channel right here. Taking forever. Okay. And Baker at Hookland.net, that Nathaniel Baker one. It shows it right here. Let's see. That channel right there. Let's see. I had like 52, 54, 55 videos. Bunch of subscribers. And it says that, sorry, you're no longer able to access your channel due to a change in your school admin settings. Learn more. See? See. Understanding changes about school accounts on YouTube. Let's see, starting September 1st, if your school admin marks you under 18 years old, you will no longer see your YouTube channel tied to your school account. You will also no longer to be able to upload new videos to that channel. You will see a new limited version of YouTube designed for schools, and which is automatically applied to students that are 18. The change only impacts your YouTube experience on your school account. And it does not change what you can see and do on YouTube while signing your personal account. Account restrictions for users under 18. Watch, engage, buy, YouTube apps, miss, bunch of stuff. So that's what that's about. And now, on to future plans. I figured I'd get into some history while I'm here and show you some book I got. I got this from the Northern Pacific Railroad Historical Association. It's the Main Streeter magazine, Northern Pacific Railway Historical Association, winter of 2006, volume 25, issue 4, two-story depots, and the Peninsular Branch. Yes. Now, this is a very interesting book indeed. To start off with, it shows this depot right here, the two-story depot at Lakeview, Washington, on the American Lake Branch. And a picture of Francis Washington, I think. That's in, what's that, Pacific County. We got Lester. It's an interesting one. West of the Cascades. Oakville, that's in Grace Harbor County right there. PL Dryad, that's an interesting picture. That's Lewis County, and PL, which is Pacific County. And building a kit for depot. Interesting. Okay, Peninsular Branch. So this is at Moclips, north of where the depot was. Let's see, the logging train. Where the, yeah. Let's see, here's a map of the Peninsular Branch. It shows all the locations around Grace Harbor and surrounding counties where there's railroad. Over here. Interesting. Pretty much just talks about how it all started. Now this is interesting. This is a map of the proposed extensions of the railroad that, could have happened at some point, but didn't really come to fruition quite well, into the, Olympic Peninsula, all the way up to Neah Bay, way up here. And all the routes coming to and from there. It talks about the particular stops, too. July 6, 1905 article in the Hoquiam Grace Harbor Washingtonian reports the Northern Pacific Extension to Moclips was open to public travel on Saturday night when a train of 3 cars from the Sound with about 50 passengers on board left the Hoquiam Depot for the new western terminus. The engine was prettily decorated with bunting and appropriate devices. Leaving Hoquiam, the first stop was made at Grace Harbor City, where we took on 4 passengers. Continuing the journey, one goes through some fine farming and pasturing lands over grass and Chinoy creeks and on to the Hump Tulips, one of the finest logging streams on Grace Harbor, passing the oyster beds, which still are in their infancy, but in the future will undoubtedly make Grace Harbor a household word among epicures. A few miles further on, we strike the edge of the Cedar Belt of Chehalis County, then Chehalis, now Grace Harbor, where a few of the giants of the forest are to be seen. At Joe Creek, one comes in view of the mighty Pacific, a beautiful sight, with its gentle waters rippling on the agate-strewn beach in the moonlight. A few minutes before 10 o'clock, the train pulled into the depot at Moclips, where a large crowd of residents and beachers were awaiting the arrival of the visitors. The extension is 28 miles in length, and the roadbed in far better shape than one would expect. This line opens up an outlet to perhaps the finest body of timber in the world, and gives to the people of the Sound an opportunity to spend a few hours on the most beautiful beach on the Pacific, where water agates, pebbles of all kinds are on to be found. The trip from the Sound takes but 4 hours, and when Mr. Lycan has his beautiful resort open, which will be in a week or 10 days at most, there is no doubt but that the crowds of Saturday and Sunday pleasure seekers will avail themselves of the opportunity of recuperating from their labors at this delightful spot, where fishing, clam digging, and hunting for both large and small game can be had to heart's content. Yes, that is the very first article published about the Peninsular Branch, about the opening of it. On to the next page, we find this picture at Moclips. That's a Y right there. We've got a few trains in the depot somewhere in the back of that picture. I'm not sure. Somewhere way down there. Let me see it. Yeah. That's that. And you can kind of see the depot somewhere in here.